Simple Tales presents The Fisherman and the Genie from Arabian Folklore. Long ago, beside the shores of a sparkling sea, there lived a poor fisherman. Each morning before sunrise, he carried his worn fishing net to the water and cast it into the waves. Though he worked hard, he rarely caught enough fish to support his family. The fisherman followed one strict rule. He would cast his net only 4 times each day. No matter how fortunate or unfortunate the results, he never cast it a 5th time. One morning, after saying a prayer for good fortune, he cast his net into the sea. When he pulled it back, he found not fish, but the rotting carcass of a donkey. Disappointed, he threw the donkey aside. On his second cast, he hauled up a basket filled with mud and sand. His shoulders sagged. On the third cast, he found only broken shells and tangled seaweed. Now he had just 1 cast remaining. The fisherman looked toward the sky. "Please," he whispered, "help me provide for my family." He cast the net a 4th and final time. The net felt unusually heavy. With great effort, he dragged it ashore. Inside was an old brass jar sealed with lead. Strange symbols were engraved upon its surface. The fisherman examined it carefully. "It may be valuable," he said. Hoping to sell it, he broke the seal. The moment the lid came loose, a thick cloud of black smoke burst from the jar. The smoke rose high into the sky. It twisted and swirled above the sea. Then it began to take shape. The fisherman stumbled backward in fear. Before him stood a gigantic genie. His head seemed to touch the clouds. His eyes burned like fire. His voice rumbled like distant thunder. "For centuries I was imprisoned within that jar," the genie declared. The fisherman trembled. Surely such a powerful being would reward him for setting him free. But the genie's expression darkened. "When I was first imprisoned," he said, "I promised great riches to whoever released me." He paused. "After hundreds of years passed, I promised kingdoms." Another pause. "After many more centuries, I swore that whoever freed me would receive anything they desired." The fisherman nodded eagerly. "Then my reward will be generous?" The genie shook his head. "Eventually, I became filled with anger. I swore that if anyone released me after that, I would kill them." The fisherman's blood ran cold. "And now," said the genie, "you must choose how you wish to die." The fisherman could hardly believe his ears. He had freed the genie and was to be rewarded with death. Yet instead of panicking, he began to think. A clever idea came to him. "You are truly magnificent," said the fisherman. "Of course I am," replied the genie proudly. "But there is one thing I cannot understand." "What is that?" "How could someone as enormous as you possibly fit inside such a tiny jar?" The genie frowned. "Do you doubt my power?" "I do not mean disrespect," said the fisherman. "I simply cannot imagine it." The genie laughed. You foolish mortal, watch closely." At once, his giant body dissolved into smoke. The smoke spiraled downward into the jar. When the last wisp disappeared inside, a voice echoed from within. "Now do you believe me?" The fisherman immediately seized the lid and slammed it shut. Then he pressed the seal firmly into place. The genie roared in fury from inside the jar. "Release me at once!" The fisherman stepped back. "Now you know how it feels to be powerless." The genie pleaded for mercy. He promised treasure. He promised friendship. He promised never to harm anyone again. At first, the fisherman did not trust him. But after many apologies and solemn promises, he finally agreed to release the genie. The moment the lid was removed, the genie emerged once more. This time, his face showed gratitude instead of anger. True to his word, he guided the fisherman to a hidden pond where magical fish of brilliant colors swam beneath the water. The fisherman caught several of the fish and brought them to the king. The king was amazed by their beauty and rewarded the fisherman generously. From that day forward, the fisherman and his family never knew poverty again. And the fisherman never forgot the lesson he had learned beside the sea. Great strength may inspire fear, but wisdom often proves far more powerful. Wisdom and patience can overcome even the greatest strength. If you enjoyed this tale, please like, subscribe, and share Simple Tales. There are many more legends waiting to be told.